Hello friends, and welcome to tonight's beer review. Tonight we will be reviewing another beer from the Autumn Seasonal Sampler Pack, and that is Sierra Nevada's Tumbler Autumn Brown Ale. So let me go and read the label here. Tumbler features fresh roasted malt straight from the kiln to give it gracefully smooth malt character, perfect for an autumn afternoon. Tumbler is our take on a classic brown ale, full of roasted malt flavor, but delicate on the palate and perfect for crisp fall days. Layered with notes of chocolate and toasted bread and a hint of smoke, Tumbler is the ultimate autumn beer. Now, this is another one that's pretty much session strength, about 5.5. I consider that strength 5.5 ABV. I consider that eminently sessionable. Now, this was used to be their regular fall selection beer that they put out in 6-packs, but that was replaced last year by the Flipside Red. But it's a well-missed beer by a lot of people, so they put it into the seasonal sampler pack. Okay. It's a very light reddish brown, I'm finding here in the light. Very light, with a foamy, I would say it's almost in between off-white and beige head. It's not very thick, but it's staying there. It looks pretty carbonated. I guess you can't really see it here because it's too dark. Smells a bit muted. It was stronger when I had it in the tumbler glass. Smells nutty, with hints of milk chocolate. And slightly floral aspect too, probably from the hops. Not getting too much bread out of it. I'm mostly catching the nuttiness. Light and refreshing on the palate. This is pretty well carbonated for a dark beer. It's pretty prickly on the tongue right now. There's this great toasted brown bread taste in the middle palate there. You know, this is sort of dark malt taste. The front has slightly sweet notes. It almost tastes like, you know, like a dark chocolate cola in the front almost. I find the nuttiness mostly comes into the finish, along with a slightly lingering hops bitterness, nothing overwhelming. Definitely a malt forward kind of beer. It's almost a little bit too light on the palate. Like, brown ales are not supposed to be as heavy as a porter or a stout, but I feel like it still should be a little more substantial, I find. Now, an example of a good brown ale for me is Hapa Brown Ale, which is put out by Hawaii Nui. That's pretty good. That said, by no means is this a bad beer. It's just I'm finding it a little bit too light for the style. Also, too, I find as it warms, the hops tend to kick in much more strongly, leaving almost sort of resinous taste to the finish that I find really clashes with the dark malts. I can see why this would be a favorite with a lot of people. Like I said, by no means is it a bad beer. It's just not hitting me. It's just a little bit too light, and it doesn't handle the temperature transition very well. It tastes excellent straight out of the bottle. But like I said, as it warms, the hops kind of kick in more and more, and it kind of gets it just clashes too much with the malts, I find. Don't really want that pine resin lingering hop finish with brown ale. It's probably just my sensitivity to hop oils. There. So, Tumbler brown ale. Well loved by many. I kind of like its replacement better. Its replacement was a bit more interesting to me, even if it is an IPA, and IPAs are a bit overdone. But no, it's just not hitting me as like a good example of the style, or even off the style, something that I really seek out by itself. So that's your beer review for tonight, folks. Cheers.